Welcome to the first entry into my new series covering ZenScript. ZenScript is a scripting language that powers CraftTweaker and its add-ons, allowing Minecraft modpack makers to tweak recipes, modify item behavior, and with the Content Tweaker add-on, even create new blocks and items. This video will serve as a part 0 of sorts, dealing with what ZenScript is and my tips and suggestions on how to best manage your ZenScript learning and writing experience. So let's dive on in. ZenScript is a scripting language that CraftTweaker and its add-ons use to implement their functionality into the Minecraft game. This is an extremely powerful mod for modpack makers, and it is almost required to do anything beyond adding different mods to the game. CraftTweaker reads .ZScript files from a folder called scripts, which is created whenever you launch CraftTweaker for the first time. As you can see, I have my first My Script folder inside of here. And so today we'll be figuring out how to edit our own .zs files in order to modify and create new recipes for Minecraft. So ZenScript isn't really a programming language, so you don't really need an IDE program like you would with a language like Python or C++ to edit your ZenScript files. Any simple text editor will work, so that includes the default Microsoft Notepad, but I really would recommend not using the default one. Notepad++ is a great option for editing ZenScript in a low complexity environment. I'll include a link in the description to download Notepad++. And the great thing about it is you can actually install custom languages and plugins with this program, so you can grab one that highlights the syntax of this language, for example. I'll have a link available in the description for a language that actually highlights ZenScript files for you. And it's actually super easy to install the ZenScript folder. So the first thing you want to do is download it, and like I said, I'll have a link to that. And you're going to want it's going to show up probably in your downloads. You'll need to unzip it using your favorite, zip program. Mine's 7-zip. So we'll just do that. We'll go extract files. Okay, and it should generate a folder right there. Great. And all you have to do now is go to language, go down to user-defined language, define your language, go to import, and we're going to go to where we had it, and I remember I unzipped mine in my downloads folder. It's going to be in this little folder right here. And you're going to select this zenscript.xml file. Open, and it was successful. So now we can go ahead and go back to language. Go down to ZenScript. I have it twice because I already had ZenScript installed in the first place. You can select that as our new language, and whenever I paste in some ZenScript, it actually highlights all of this really nicely for us. However, though, there is another option to consider for editing ZenScript, and it is my personal favorite. It is Visual Studio Code. So like I said, I personally prefer using Visual Studio Code to handle my ZenScript work. If you're not familiar with this program, Visual Studio Code is an IDE that can edit actual code, like Python and Java and C++, but you can actually similarly install extensions for VS Code. And in most cases, if not all, it's actually easier to install these plugins than it is for Notepad++. To install an add-on like a ZenScript supporter, let's first open up VS Code. I already have mine open, but you can just go to VS Code and select that. We're gonna go here, and I want to go ahead and install an extension. So we're gonna go to extensions. It's this little one right here. It's got some like blocks next to it. You can actually just search up ZenScript, and you're gonna find a couple of options. I prefer this one by Yesterday17. It's what I'm going to be using for the video, and I will include a link in the description to this VS Code extension. All you're going to do is click install. There you go. It's already done. And I actually want to open up a ZenScript file. So I actually already have one here. It's called My Script. We'll open it up. And I do trust this author, but now we have this really nice formatting for it. We can see the import statements labeled. We have the brackets already handled for us. It's all there. I will go ahead and give out a shout out too for a little extension I have. It colorizes these brackets and parentheses, and I prefer this one. It's by like Conrad S, I suppose that's how you pronounce it. I'm not really sure. I will include a link to this in the description as well, but it makes it really easy to determine what you're actually working with, and that can be really important because ZenScript is going to involve a lot of brackets and such as we create new recipes. So I would highly recommend installing that if you decide to use Visual Studio Code. Now, the next and final thing we need to do in order to start writing ZenScript is for us to set up a really good Minecraft environment to practice and test our scripts that we're going to be making. For this, I'd highly recommend using the launcher MultiMC. It's a really powerful launcher that allows you to set up multiple instances of vanilla or modded clients, and you can automatically install Forge or Fabric if you're using 1.16 and easily manage your mod installations and other settings. It's what I use to not only develop my own mod pack, but to manage my vanilla clients as well. it's going to be best if you make a bare bones modded client for learning first. And what do I mean by that? I mean just including CraftTweaker, the extensions you're using for CraftTweaker, or maybe a mod you're working with, and that is it. This is going to make your launch times much faster, because in order to launch your scripts, you're actually going to have to relaunch Minecraft every time. You can't just give a command to reload the scripts. It's a little more complicated than that, unfortunately, 1.12. And 1.16, you can relaunch scripts just by running the reload command, but this tutorial series can be built for both versions. So with that in mind, then, we're going to go ahead and open up MultiMC if you haven't already. That should just be like a .exe file whenever you download MultiMC, and I will include a link to MultiMC in the description. And you're going to want to go to Add Instance. Go ahead and click there. Go ahead and select the version you're going to be using. You can do 1.16.5, but today I'm going to be using 1.12.2. Go ahead and just name it something like CraftTweaker Test Instance, something like that. There we go. It'll be done there. Go to Edit Instance here. You're going to want to install Forge if you're using 1.12. Just go ahead and click that. Just use the latest version. It automatically selects that for us. And we're done. Forge is automatically installed for us. The next thing we need to do then is to actually put CraftTweaker into our client. So if you haven't already, make sure you download CraftTweaker for 1.12 or 1.16. I will include the links to those in the description. It's probably going to end up here in your downloads folder. And just want to go to Add right here. It'll put you in it'll give you like the file you may have to navigate through, and that's, if you're like me, you might have to go to Instances, select CraftTweaker Test Instance, go to Minecraft, and go to the Mods folder, and there we go. So we're actually ready to just go ahead and drop our mods here. And then in order to do that, you're actually just going to go to Downloads, and I already have these here, and just go ahead and click here, and just go ahead and click Open. And it'll automatically add it for us. And so now we're ready to launch Minecraft with a couple of caveats. So if you're like me, you might play Minecraft 1.17 sometimes, and you're going to require Java 16 for that. Well, it turns out you can't use Java 16 for Minecraft versions that are before that. And MultiMC will actually default to JDK 16 if that's what you're using. So if it's crashing, it may happen. You're going to have to switch. You're going to have to downgrade your Java version if you already have an old one installed. You may have to grab a new version of Java in that case if you haven't already. Go to OK. Select there, and it should be ready to launch. I do want to offer a little bit of suggestion too if you're going to be doing this, is that is also to install just enough items. This is a mod that allows you to actually see recipes for blocks and items in the game, and it's pretty much standard if you're going to be playing modded Minecraft in general. It's going to be done with the same process, and I will include a link in the description to install that mod as well. So now that we're done there, just go to Launch. And it may prompt you to actually log into Minecraft if you haven't done it already. That's just going to be this simple, just adding your username and password in, and MultiMC will do that. And the cool thing about MultiMC is you can actually have multiple accounts as well. And yeah, so it's going to go ahead and launch Minecraft super quickly. Now compare this to like if you had several mods installed, like 300 mods or something, it's going to take like 10 minutes to launch. And so now you've got your bare bones testing client ready to go. So there you have it. We went over 2 ways of editing your .zs files when you're working with ZenScript, and we also set up a Minecraft testing client in order to actually facilitate launching our test scripts. So the next video in this tutorial series is actually going to cover creating your first ZenScript file and actually changing a recipe in Minecraft. But for now, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something from it. Go ahead and leave a like and subscribe in the future, and I'll be back with more content for ZenScript. See you later. Thanks for watching my latest tutorial. Be sure to check out my other videos as well. I make some fun reviews and skits on here in addition to gameplay. And be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and let me know in the comments what you liked and maybe didn't like. Lastly, don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to stay updated on when I post new videos. I'll see you all in the next video, and have a great day.